market summary. I hope you're doing well. Let's start with the dollar index. We can see that now the dollar index has shown, for what I can see, reasons that it wants to turn around. So we're going to go with the narrative that dollar index wants to turn around. So if we measure this low to this high, right, it's roughly here with the imbalance, and then we have a discount array in here and a little bit of a gap, but ultimately we have a consolidation here. So I think price is going to continue to go down. That will give us a buy on euro. I did map this one out after the fact. I was too concentrated on the euro Aussie and the euro New Zealand, so I was not able to see this trade. So I'm gonna expect price to go for this equal high and this imbalance up here, which is the last up candle. So going into tomorrow, we can start looking for reasons to go long. We can also see on the daily, price has engulfed this, and hopefully by 10 o'clock it will remain like that, so that going into tomorrow we'll be expecting expansion to the upside. So you can literally look for a buy when the market opens, or wait for price to pull back to this bullish order block. Now it can go without coming back, so if you want to catch an entry for the move to the upside, leave the stop loss below this down candles low, and then look for that continuation to the upside. Obviously you're going to take something off at the low of this, right? And then once we break above this high, we can start adding more positions to continue going up, because it looks like there's been a lot of accumulation on the downside with all this price action. So we can start expecting price to go up. So let's see what will happen tomorrow. On the British pound, you can see I have this set up already. That was the setup that I was just anticipating to happen. I did not participate because when price got here and it rejected on this very candle as it was coming back down, I just closed the trade because the dollar index was not showing me enough conviction that it wanted to drop. That's why I closed it, and then ultimately price has rejected. So I think a few people in the live session did manage to take this. So if you did, that is your first TP just above this candle. You can take it at the level, and then we're gonna be expecting price to go and attack this equal high. But before it does it, it needs to kind of trade into this last up candle. So you will take some partial off here again, right? And then we leave the rest for the equal high. All right, you leave the rest for the equal high. So again, going into tomorrow, we can look for potential buy, because if you measure the range high to the low, we are still in discount. So tomorrow morning during the London session, it's gonna pull back a little bit, right? It's gonna pull back. Ideally, I don't want it to come down to this level because it's not necessary, but the little retracement that we get, that's a good anticipation for a buy. So going into tomorrow, what we'll be expecting is the power of 3. So the power of 3 is going to be during the London session, London open, price is going to drop. Once it drops, you're buying that drop and then expect expansion. So you have the open, manipulation, and then expansion, right? So you'll be buying the drop during the London kill zone. Okay, so between the 7, I'll say start from 6 a.m. 6 a.m. GMT to 10 a.m. GMT. During that time, you will see that price will drop. When it's dropping, that's the time to look for your buy, because I think price is going to expand to the upside, right? So that's your buy, and these are your upside objectives. Aussie, now this one, if you look at the daily, we still have room to the upside, right? So we'll be looking for a buy. I've mapped up already potentially where we want to buy, which is this down candle. So if we pull back down, that is a potential buy. First target is going to be here, second target is going to be there, and then the last target is up here. Now this is a consolidation. I can see a market maker buy model, which I've talked about several times in here. We have the consolidation, we have the redistribution, we have the redistribution, and then we have the last redistribution, and the market has turned around. So it's going to accumulate and go up in here, but we want to get out there. Okay, so we'll be looking for a buy on this one to continue to also go up. New Zealand, this one on the other hand, we are already in premium. Okay, so if I measure the high to the low, you can see we are already in premium, and we have this last up candle which is going to act as resistance. So maybe going into tomorrow, this one might not continue to go up. It might give us some form of a resistance, right? On the lower time frame, we also have this last up candle before this move down. It's a bearish block, so I'm anticipating some form of weakness on this one to give us a bit of a rejection, and that will support the Euro New Zealand trade that I gave. Okay, so that Euro New Zealand trade I gave, notice that I did not give the Euro Aussie. The reason why I didn't give Euro Aussie is because based on the current condition that these two are trading, this one is already in premium, so it's going to struggle to go up, but this has got room to go to the upside. Therefore, Euro Aussie is not the buy, it's Euro New Zealand. And you can see also Euro New Zealand has traded to a bullish order block and it's already rejecting. So it makes sense to buy this one because this is trading at the bullish order block. At the same time, NZD is trading at the bearish order block. So there is a kind of correlation. So the best play is to buy the Euro New Zealand for the week. So for the week, this is our trade that we are looking for. So we're gonna leave this one alone for now. I don't like the way it's shaped. It looked like it might potentially stay sideways. Okay, it might stay sideways, so we just want to leave that one alone. Pound Aussie, this one never gave us an entry, so we're gonna leave that. Pound New Zealand, this one also took me out from the trade, so I'm gonna stay out for now unless I see any clean price action, which at the moment I don't see because it's just sideways market. So we're gonna leave this one out. Pound yen, Euro yen, we are very high inside this swing high, and from experience it can go up into this last up candle here and then drop back down again because the leg is from here to there. This looks like it's just a price action that happened in between when price was dropping, right? So they can go up and attack or hit this bearish order block here and then come back down again because price is bearish. Okay, so I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt to go up one more into this high to this low, which is basically just above this high, and then price to come back down again. So in the lower time frame, this is how it's going to be like. You're going to be expecting price to come up here and then it will come back down. Okay, on gold, during the live session I gave a buy this order block here to go up there, and I think that the gold market should go up into this level and then stay sideways. It doesn't need to come down because the dollar index is dropping, so it makes sense for gold to either go up or stay sideways. Based on the market structure right now, it can go up here and then stay sideways because it's not bullish. The H4 is currently bearish. Okay, the H4 is currently bearish, so they might take it up there and then stay sideways until the time of the year, which is next week Thursday. Then it will resume the trend to the upside. Oil, during the live session we talked about this potentially going up in here. I did miss out on my buy because it did close me out early, So I'll see what price we do tomorrow. I'm not quite sure where it wants to reach for, because we are currently almost at premium. So between this and that, right, we are almost at premium. So we will see. I think once it gets into premium, it will come back down a little bit, because today's candle is a big candle. Now going into tomorrow, maybe price will stay sideways. So I don't recommend any trade, because there's no level to anticipate a buy. The only level that you can look for a buy will be using the fair value gap for a next day trade. So finding the low of the day to form somewhere in here, or finding the low of the day to form somewhere in here. Right, so we will see going into tomorrow. The rest, they are all in premium, so we're just gonna stay out for now. Right, so that will be all from me. Thank you very much. I will see you guys tomorrow, but just be aware of New Zealand potentially coming down, and anticipating a buy on the Aussie dollar. Okay, let's anticipate a buy on Aussie dollar, and also a buy on euro, and a buy on British pound. Until then, take care.